My name is Beth Joslin Roth. I am the Policy Director for the Safe Tennessee Project, a gun violence prevention nonprofit made up of physicians, academics, public health researchers, and concerned citizens. We view gun violence as a public health issue as it is a leading cause of premature death in the U.S. and here in Tennessee. I'm here today because, like all of you, I care about the public health and public safety of our state. I'm here today because as a researcher, I'm concerned about reducing the training requirement to carry loaded guns in public. This legislation seems to be moving Tennessee closer to becoming one of the handful of states that do not require gun permits and therefore allow the carry of guns without any required firearms safety or range training. According to the most recent data from the Center for Disease Control, Tennessee has the 11th highest firearm mortality rate in the country. In 2017, 1,246 Tennesseans were killed with a firearm, the largest single-year increase in at least 2 decades. A review of state firearm laws and firearm mortality rates shows that states with weak gun laws, including weak or non-existing permitting systems, experience higher rates of gun death. There are currently 14 states that have eliminated gun permits, including eliminating firearm training requirements. Of the 10 states with higher firearm mortality rates than Tennessee, 6 of them are permitless carry states. Analysis of CDC data reveals that states that passed permitless carry prior to 2017 experienced an average annual increase in gun deaths of 7.1% and a 9.3% increase in gun homicides, significantly higher than the average annual increases of 3.2% for gun deaths and 2% for gun homicides for the country as a whole. Furthermore, the significant majority of national-level academic research since 2005 finds that crime actually increases in states that weaken their laws concerning concealed carry. While correlation is not causation, the numbers are clear. States with stronger permitting systems, including gun safety and range training, see lower firearm mortality rates. Any assertion that relaxing permitting and training requirements would make communities safer is simply not backed up with empirical data. This bill would create a bifurcated permitting system. Those who wish to take the comprehensive 8-hour Department of Safety certified class that includes range training under the supervision of an instructor can pay a fee of $100 to qualify for an enhanced carry permit. This is the current permitting system that's supported by 93% of Tennesseans and 89% of permit holders. On the other hand, those seeking a concealed carry permit would pay a reduced fee and choose from a variety of training options, including completing an online course that only has to be 2 hours in length. The concealed carry handgun permit would have no range or live fire training requirement. Concealed carry permit holders would be able to carry loaded handguns everywhere current permit holders can carry, with the only exception being higher ed campuses. Given the choice, we can deduce that most individuals seeking a permit would likely choose the cheaper option that allows them to take a 2-hour online class rather than to attend a comprehensive day-long class with supervised range training. This means that someone who may have never fired a gun before could legally carry a loaded handgun concealed anywhere guns are allowed, including bars, restaurants, on public transportation, in playgrounds and parks where kids play, and even in legislative offices. It is imperative that those wishing to carry loaded guns in public places undergo firearm safety training in the classroom and on the range. In 2008, the Rand Center of Quality Policing conducted an evaluation of NYPD firearm training and firearm discharge. They found that the average hit rate in situations in which fire was not returned was 30%. In situations where officers exchanged gunfire with a suspect, the average hit rate was 18%. According to the LAPD, between 2000
Ms. Roth, thank you very much. I apologize. That is the end of the 4-minute time period, but we do have opportunity for questions and answers. So thank you very much for that testimony. We appreciate you. I do have Representative Mitchell on the list. Representative Mitchell, you're recognized.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ms. Roth, did I hear you correctly? Would this bill allow for someone to get a permit that has never shot a gun before?
That is
Ms. Roth, you're recognized.
Thank you, Chairman. Yes, Representative Mitchell, that is my understanding.
Representative Mitchell, you're recognized for follow-up.
So you're saying that someone can go online? Is it a video game they're, got to score a certain number on, or what is it that they're doing online to be able to carry a handgun around our families and around our children?
Ms. Roth, you're recognized to answer the question.
Thank you. My understanding as I read the bill and as I heard the bill presented last week in subcommittee was that the only requirement is that you can choose to just participate in an online course that lasts 2 hours and that allows a printable certificate to be issued.
Actually, Representative Mitchell, if you don't mind, I have a follow-up question to that as well. Would it be conceivable that someone could own a gun now without a permit and have never shot it?
Yet, can I speak?
Yes, please.
Yes, sir. That is my understanding.
Okay, thank you. Representative Mitchell, you're recognized for follow-up.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. And people own a gun today, they can keep it in their home and use that gun to defend their family or their home or whatever on their premises. Would that's one thing, Ms. Raw, but beyond the video, I think, I don't know if you brought this up, but is it true that this bill also would allow for the hunting safety courses, which teach our children proper hunting techniques with a rifle or shotgun? Would that also be a means to be able to get a handgun permit?
Ms. Roth, you're recognized.
Yes, thank you for that question. Yes, that is my understanding. There are a number of training options that are available for those seeking an enhanced carry permit. One of them is to complete a hunter safety education class. One of them is to provide proof that you have participated in an organized shooting competition. And one of them is to provide proof of completion of an online training course.
Representative Mitchell, but before we do, I did just want to say, I think in the bill as amended, I think the organized shooting competition piece was amended out. I did just want to clarify that, but
yeah,
thank you. Representative Mitchell, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for that clarification. I think you're correct. And to make sure we heard you correctly, we have increased in gun deaths year after year, and I think correct me if I'm wrong, I think the only states that have increased at the rate we are the states who have passed, i.e. Wild West laws where it's free carry everywhere. Is that the only states that are surpassing our death rate?
Ms. Roth, you're recognized.
Well, of the 10 states that have higher gun death rates, firearm mortality rates than Tennessee, 6 of those are states that have passed permitless carry. Some of the other states that are ranked in that top 10 may not have passed permitless carry, but they do have what we would consider weak gun laws in general.